My whole life I thought it was proton cannon. It turns out it was photon cannon. The package said plasma cannon. So the whole video I'm saying plasma cannon like an idiot.
Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Marvel Legends action figure review on the Marvel Legends Retro Card Vintage Collection Deluxe Iron Man with Plasma Cannon. Now this figure has my demographic all over it, man. I'm a 90s kid, and I know this is an obvious Marvel vs. Capcom inspired figure, but you can also use it as a 90s cartoon Iron Man figure as well. And we don't have a window right over here. I was showing this to my kids, and they're even wondering, like, why can't you see inside the box? But anyway, we have some really nice artwork throughout, and it says Iron Man Plasma Cannon in multiple languages on the side. And then on the back, you get the blueprint or yellow print image right over here of Iron Man with the interchangeable accessories and the Plasma Cannon. There's a read-up over here. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause it right now. And then on this side, similar stuff as we saw on the other side, and as well as on the top of the packaging right over here. And then not much more at the bottom. And I did open this already, so once you get this open, you'll soon find the Plasma Cannon box sitting right on top of it, just like that. And you can see this right over here. It looks pretty cool, you know. I do like it, and it's just a 3D rendered image, so no actual product shots on it. And you can see the contents of what's inside right over here. You can see Iron Man right over there, and then we have the nice looking vintage collection card, which I do like. Yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. The head looks big already, but anyway, nice imagery right over here. And then on the back, you can see Iron Man with the interchangeable parts, and another read up over there, which is the same read up that you saw before. Anyway, let's get to it and crack these things open. But first, if you're trying to get your Marvel Legends, you can do so at
Big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
And here's the Iron Man figure with the Plasma Cannon out of the packaging. And this is pretty awesome, man. I gotta say, just right off the bat, I've been having a lot of fun with this set. Do I have complaints? Of course not. I'm a total ShartimusPrime. I do have my complaints, but I do like what I'm seeing more so than dislike what I'm seeing. Let's get a closer look at the accessories, and then we'll take a closer look at the figure. So outside of the deluxe accessories, we get these accessories right over here, which I have the biggest gripes with on this purchase more than anything else. Not with these new pieces right over here, but some of this over here. Well, okay, look. You get a set of fisted hands and open repulsor hands, which we've seen before, but with some added paint detail that we did not get before. I'm not complaining about that. I love that. I think that looks great. I do wish we got some regular old repulsor effects, you know, that is always cool to have, but I have a bunch of these as it is. However, it still would have been nice to get at least one set of these included in this deluxe set. My biggest gripe right here is the size of these new Plasma Cannon holding hands. These are just way too big. They look extra large to me, and I don't know if it's as easy to tell. And I don't know if this is something that just sticks out to me more in person, or if on camera they look the same exact size, but when I put them on the figure, these look a little extra large. I mean, I guess it kind of goes with the Marvel vs. Capcom look, but I would prefer the hands all being the same size. Damn it, I do like that the yellow is painted on the inside right there. And then we get these new effects, which are awesome as hell. Yeah, this looks great, man. I really love the translucent blue plastic with the soft white paint over it right here. And you can see that you get that arc reactor shape, so you just go ahead and match the shape and port it onto the front of the figure, and it works out very well. That's super cool. Really like that a lot. And then you also have this this victory blast effect right over here, which did come out a bit warped. Like, I did have to heat this up and get these straightened out, and that's a little bit annoying. Or it is annoying, not a little bit annoying, it's just annoying, but not the worst thing. You can put a fisted hand in here for either side. It's made to fit for the right side, though, so you can see how it has that fist shape for the right fist, and that just snugly ports in there just fine. However, if you wanted to use the left hand, you can just angle this a little bit, and you can make that work too if you wanted to do that as well. But yeah, I really like how this came out. You know, it looks like a Kamehameha effect almost, but it's definitely not, so really dig that. And then we get these three head sculpts. Now, this head sculpt right here we saw before. It's the same exact thing that we'd seen on the modular Iron Man release, which came out in the Ursa Major wave, right? And you can see the differences in the paint apps right there. So, you know, just new paint apps. But we also get this new cartoon-inspired head sculpt right here, which looks really cool. I just feel like it's too big. It's the size of it is just a little bit larger than it needs to be. But I just feel like it's too big. Like comparing it to the previous head sculpt going side by side right here. If you line up the chins, you can see that this new head is just a bit too large. And it frustrates me. In the photos, it looks a little bit weird and it bugs me. So I wanted to utilize the new head sculpt more, but this is still my preferred head sculpt, and it's the more Marvel vs. Capcom accurate looking head sculpt. Oh, by the way, these new plasma cannon hands have a horizontal hinge. The other ones have a vertical hinge. Then we get a new Tony Stark head, which looks great. And this can go perfectly with your cartoon setup if you want to have that. But yeah, we have the Ape Drape right over here. By the way, if you want to hear a fun punk rock song, check out Ape Drape by the Vandals. It's an awesome song about mullets. I highly recommend it. Very hard to play on drums. Josh Freeze is the man. Anyway, I love the mustache, the tad bit of photoreal tech that they're using over here to make it look realistic. I think it looks great. I did try putting it on a chameleon body figure, and it looks too big. Like, it's just too large for this. So I went with one of my Inner Demon bodies, which is, you know, the Young Nick Fury body, or the Logan body redone over here, and that fits just fine. So it looks like they're trying to scale up all their heads, I guess. I don't know. Wish we had a little bit more consistency going on over here with the head sizes, to be honest. Now here's the plasma cannon with the effect that came with it, and okay, look, I mostly do like having a window box on my packaging. However, I will say, the way they packed this effect piece in here was awesome, because it had a piece of cardboard around the front end and it wrapped around it, and I have not needed to heat this up or anything. This is one of the straightest blast effects that I've gotten from a Hasbro purchase. I mean, you can see a little bit of warping down here at the bottom, but you know, if they're going to go plastic-free packaging, at least we're getting cleaner effects out of the box, which I like. Now, this looks awesome as freaking hell. I think they went all the way as far as getting all the details down. I like the paint apps right here. You get these tiny little buttons right over there. See them? You see them? They look really good. You get nice little paint apps over there with the red. And then, yeah, nice sculpts throughout. Could have added some little silver right there for those bolts. That would have been pretty cool. And then you have, I guess this is not the viewfinder. This is right here. Would have been nice if they painted the inside. Yeah, you can see the little target sculpted in there. That looks pretty cool. And then you get red on this side. If they were able to include a giant pink blast effect, that would have been pretty awesome. If you wanted to put one of these smaller ports in here, you can do that. If you wanted to just load this up with all kinds of effects and just go nuts with it, I think you could pull that off and do some crazy stuff. You know what I mean? I don't know. Let's just see what I could do right. Holy crap, I have a lot of blue effects pieces. You can see why I'm not that pissed off that they didn't include their own over here. If you're not stupid enough to try this, well, I sure am. Or maybe if I take this out and then I put these all in like that first. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, this is overkill. Curiosity. Gotta see it. Yeah! Baboosh! There you go. Hey, not too bad. Okay, I mean, if you really wanted to do this, you could. Oh, that looks actually pretty sick. Damn. I'm so glad they made it so you had all these ports right here. I don't know. That's just a little bit more satisfying to see. All right. Oh, yeah. And it obviously does come with the stand. Very easy to port in. No problems with that at all whatsoever. Before we get a look at the rest of the body, which is just a repaint, I mean, the head looks too big. No, am I the only one who thinks that? It looks just a little too big. And then again, getting the newer head sculpt on here, it looks too big. It's just a hair too large. And I mentioned this or heard someone from Hasbro mention this before, like, oh, this is the scale it came out to when we put the numbers in, and this is how it looks. It's like, well, you guys don't adjust for that. Like, if you tell the guys, hey, make it for a 6.5 inch, and then they make it for a 6.6 inch, you're just gonna be like, yeah, well, we said 6.5. Nah, you go back and say, okay, 6.4 inch then, so it comes out to a 6.5 inch. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Anyway, a little gripe right over here is on the shoulders. I do get some chewing, so I did experience a little bit of that right over here. Not a whole ton though. I really do like the glossy red and glossy yellow throughout on the figure. It makes me very happy to see. I really do like it a lot. I've always preferred gold and the shiny metallic red, yeah, but I mean for my cartoon version or my Marvel vs. Capcom version, this is just really cool to see. I like how they're getting these fine details with that red line right in between there. They weren't able to do that before. You can see that that's just solid gold right over there where it was painted as a rectangle. And we do have a paint splotch on the knee, which we'll look at in a second. I just want to look at the back of the figure. And then you can see some extra yellow right over here. That's my paint splotch, so that bugs me. I've tried to pick that off just a little bit, but I haven't made a serious attempt so that, you know, you guys could see it and everything. But it's there. I'm going to try to wipe it off with some rubbing alcohol or something. Hopefully I have some luck. See the yellow kind of wanting to fade a little bit right there, but nothing too bad. And then you get some bright yellow plastic right over there, and then you can see the peg holes at the bottom of the feet. Now I'm going to pass on the articulation segment, but we do have a new head here, and I talked about the horizontal hinges on these grabbing hands already. But yeah, with the mullet, it does hinder that articulation, so you can't get him to look up that much, but he'll look down side to side and pivot wobble a little bit. Plus you have the neck that turns side to side over there as well. With this new head joint, it's got perfect amount of clearance and everything, so it could look up just fine, so no problems with. Then to measure out the height of this Iron Man figure along with the length of the plasma cannon, you can see they're both at about 6 3/4 inches tall. I don't know the weight of the plasma cannon itself, but it has some density to it. It's mostly hollow, but there is some mass here. I guess so you can get an idea, I'll drop it. So, you know, not heavy as hell or anything, but not super duper light. Then for a Hasbro Iron Man figure comparison, you can see we have our 20th anniversary Iron Man figure right here, along with the modular Iron Man figure, or the first version anyway. And I do prefer the paint scheme on this one, but yeah, I do like this a lot still. Then getting this cartoon head on here, and for a cartoon Iron Man figure comparison, you can see we have the Toy Biz Face-Off 2-pack version next to this Hasbro version. Doesn't the head look too big, right? Oh, it just frustrates me. It looks too big. But again, this looks way too small, right? And to compare Iron Man to War Machine, I had to get a War Machine comparison. And here you can see my customized War Machine right over here next to the cartoon version. I mean, that head sculpt just looks too big. It looks bigger than that head right over there. By the way, this does look a little bit cooler with these two side by side, right? A lot more shininess going on right over here. I may get the Vintage Collection War Machine. I still haven't decided on that. I've been sitting on that one for a while. Ugh, gotta get this head off of here. See? That's just way more in proportion. And then I had to compare this Iron Man figure next to my amazing Yamaguchi Wolverine figure, which reminds me of the Marvel vs. Capcom Wolverine design more than any other figure I have in my collection, and I think they scale perfectly, and I had fun posing them together. And then here's Iron Man next to your average scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. You got a plasma cannon? I got a plasma cannon too. Check it out. Too much Thanksgiving turkey. Just a little backed up, I guess. Sorry. No, that's really it. I got nothing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did and you're feeling like you want to pay it forward, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you're new here and you want to see more videos from yours truly, we'll go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And this figure is a lot of fun for me. I could easily understand how this is not like the figure for everybody, but this is something that I've been wanting to see for a long time, and I really had a good time with it. I really like this figure a lot. I do have my complaints, as I mentioned earlier, and I feel like we're going to see more of this head size issue going on in the future. And I don't know if most collectors feel that way about the head sizes like how I do. I haven't seen anybody else's review on it, so I'm curious to know what you guys think. I need you to leave comments in the description or underneath the video so I can get an idea of how you guys feel about it. But for me, it bugs me. I really wish I could have enjoyed the new head sculpt more than I did, you know? And the hand size doesn't bother me as much as the heads. I still like having the new heads, and I think it's cool that they're included. And I did find a body for the Tony Stark head, so that's cool. It's just, yeah, again, just irritated over that head size more than anything else. The price point doesn't bother me so much. It's around $40. It's a repainted figure with new stuff. And you get the plasma cannon, which is as tall as the figure itself. Now, it's not as dense or articulated as the figure. It doesn't feel like it's two figures. It shouldn't be priced as two figures. But nowadays, you know, with all the accessories and everything, to me, around $40 feels okay I'm not content as hell. I would prefer, you know, a $30 to $35 price point, but $40 for me, it's okay. And I'm gonna give it a Sun rating of
I love it.
And again, let me know what you guys think. And if you're in the UK, they're charging you guys like $60. And I guess that's a little bit of a Hasbro tax for you guys getting all those figures early. So I have no remorse for you at all whatsoever. I'm kidding. I don't really think you guys should have to pay extra. So I don't know why people in the UK have to pay $20 more. But for me, I like the price point that I paid for it. Anyway, if you want to see the latest in Marvel news, you can find it all over at marvelousnews.com. And if you want to follow me on social media, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and whatnot. I will be selling figures and doing another giveaway this Thursday at 6 p.m. Hope to catch you there, and if not, I will catch you guys later. Peace!
That's crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
Shot.